topic of AI, right? We know that AI has brought us so much in terms of efficiency. Being able to turn to ChatGPT or a Copilot to ask a question and give it a prompt that's really specific and save you 15 to 30 minutes of research time. It's helping us in a number of ways, but it's also helped the bad guys. So we think about terms that we hadn't heard of 5 years ago, like ransomware as a service. So now you've got bad guys that have access to AI that have these global networks, these pyramid schemes, right, where they write some malicious code and everybody that wants to use it just gives them a percentage of the ransom. So AI is being used by the bad guys, but in this case, it's also being used by the good guys. So we think about tools like the AI-driven mail filters. So Mandy, you're talking about phishing attempts. And so there are tools we can put in place, right? Technology that can drastically reduce the amount of non-productive email. That's the industry term. But what we're talking about there is people trying to sell you stuff, people trying to pretend that they're someone that they're not. So the malicious mail that might have malicious links in them or might have single pixel trackers in them, so those social engineering emails. So all of that junk, that noise can get filtered out using tools that leverage AI to look at things like user behavior analytics. And what I mean by that is there's certain tools that are designed to go through and analyze the last 12 months of your email history. And from that, it can build these trusted networks. So it's going to know immediately that Mandy and I collaborate a ton. But it's also going to look at our help desk technician's mail and say, whoa, this guy doesn't get invoices. So it's kind of weird that this company that is posing as someone that has emailed this person before would be sending this person an invoice when the tool knows that that's not a person that generally gets invoices. So it can use this user behavior analytics to make really high confidence decisions about what kind of mail should be quarantined as malicious and what kind of mail should just go to the junk folder.
This tool has reduced my email by 50 to sometimes not more emails per day. It quarantines all of that. And then at the end of the day, I get at 3 o'clock every day Central Time email with everything that is quarantined so that I can look through and see if there's actually anything in there that I did need. But the cool thing about it is if there is something in there that I thought that I did need, I can request to release it, but then it's going to make our security team check it one more time before they release it to me. And another cool feature that I just found out about yesterday with this tool is Sam and I were at a tax convention last week, Thomson Reuters Synergy. And yesterday they sent me the survey and it came through as a link. And I went to fill out the survey, but when I clicked on the link to fill out the survey, Avanan opened up and it says, hold on, we're checking this link for any suspicious behavior before you're allowed to go through and fill out the survey. So it's actually, if you do click on a link in your email, it's going to check it before it allows you to do that. That was the first time I've had that one happen to me.
There's a lot of neat features with that one. We could talk about that one for the whole hour, but some other ways that AI is being used by the good guys. We talk about threat hunting. So we're talking about an agent that runs on your laptop or on your desktop, and it's actively looking at the behavior of the processes that are running. So what that means is if Mandy didn't have a tool in place that was checking for malicious links and she accidentally clicked on something, which is where about 91% of data breaches start. She clicked on that link and the bad actor was able to kick off a process. Maybe it was a fileless attack, so she doesn't even know it's happening. It's just running in the background. As long as she's got a good enterprise grade threat hunting agent running, that agent is going to be looking at the behavior of the process that was kicked off. And it has a threat library where it's collected information from billions of endpoints, and that threat library stays constantly up to date. So she doesn't have to go through and update that antivirus on her computer like we had to do 15 or 20 years ago with McAfee back in the day. It stays constantly up to date and is looking for the pattern of behavior that it knows is consistent with something malicious. And in over 90, I think 97, 98% of the known attacks, it is able to stop the event quarantine it, remediate it, and Mandy never knows it even happened. Maybe the security team is going to get a ticket that says, hey, this thing happened. It was remediated and there's nothing else that needs to be done. Or maybe there's an extra step. Maybe there was a file that was downloaded that needs to be deleted off her machine. So AI and threat hunting is another fantastic way that things have evolved on the cybersecurity front.